Request you to stay with us on the broadcast. Thank you so much for bringing in all those details. But we have yet another breaking input. And this one we are tracking in from the United States, where President Joe Biden has signed Resolve Tibet Act, strengthening US support for Tibet negotiations. So these are the latest inputs that we are tracking on the President Biden signing Resolve Tibet Act, strengthening US support for Tibet negotiations. Now, Siddhant continues to stay with us on the broadcast. Siddhant, help us understand in what ways does the Act's passage reflect a shift in US's policy towards Tibet, and what are the potential long-term implications of this entire change for the US-Tibet relations?
Well, look, this particular act has got a lot of political messaging as well.
Indeed.
And if you remember, just a few days back, US delegation, bipartisan delegation was in India. They in fact met Dalai Lama. Fiery speeches were also made in Dharamshala. In fact, post that they met EM Jaishankar and called on Prime Minister Modi as well here in the national capital. This particular act perhaps aims to harden Washington's position on Tibet and pressure Beijing into resuming negotiations with the Dalai Lama. Now, since 2010, there has not been any formal dialogue between Chinese and Tibetan authorities, but this act enhances U.S. support for Tibet. Especially, it would empower U.S. State Department officials to actively and directly counter disinformation about Tibet from the Chinese government, rejecting false claims that Tibet has been a part of China since ancient times. So that particular thing is a point of contention, that Tibet has been a part of China since ancient times. It will also make the U.S. State Department's responsibility to coordinate with other governments in multilateral efforts towards the goal of a negotiated agreement on Tibet. So now the State Department of U.S. can push it harder now, in terms of coordinating with the other governments in multilateral efforts on multilateral platforms. So it empowers U.S. State Department more. Till now, the U.S. State Department considers Tibet as an autonomous region and other Tibetan areas to be the part of China. But this act is perhaps a level ahead of the official position of the United States and the one China policy that the United States adhere to. At the same time, we are still expecting a response from China because we can expect a very strong response coming from China, because this is political, carries a lot of messaging also, and in fact this could perhaps many experts say this could bring some instability also to the region in the years to come. Right. May not be today. If the tension will increase between US and China, given President Biden signing this particular act. Actually.
Right, Siddhant. Thank you so much for bringing in all those details. Like you rightly pointed out, it'll be interesting to note how does the Resolve Tibet Act align with the current administration's broader policy towards China, and what will be the potential implications of US-China relations. We'll continue to track these stories, but right now it's time to slip into a very short break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.